what's up? It's your boy Brainwavezz, and I'm here to introduce to the world divine advice topics. So who are we? You know who I am. If you don't know, go to brainwavezz.com and find out. I'm gonna kick the ball over to June Oshun.
Hi, I'm June Oshun. Welcome to our channel.
The one and only Empress of Wands.
Hi everybody, Empress of Wands here. Happy to see you.
And last but not least, Queen Su Shei.
Hey guys, hey everyone, I'm Queen Su Shei here. I'm just here just getting tatted up, so don't mind me. We're gonna keep it real on this channel. We're keeping it all the way real.
Now, any of you that know me, I know you have heard me say, I keep it 100, all right? And that's exactly what we're doing. You see it with your own eyes. And for the politically correct of those of you out there, keeping it 100. So we're here today to talk to you all about the unfair struggles of a light worker. That's right, unfair struggles. A lot of people in the community, they say, oh, I want to be a light worker. Oh, it's so good to be a light worker. But you're not aware of the unfair struggles. So what is a light worker? If you have a tremendous draw, no matter what you do or don't do, you feel like you want to help people, you want to guide people, lead them into a better direction. You want to make a difference on this planet, a positive difference. Then 9 times out of 10, you are a light worker, okay? There are certain things that you can do to determine if you're a light worker, or there are certain attributes that you would recognize if you're a light worker, okay? Once again, I've already covered one. You're gonna have this huge desire. When I say huge, I mean when family, friends, others, they're like, you shouldn't do this. That's stupid. That's a waste of time. Why do you want to go in that direction? You could be like me, just live for self. Yet you still at your core says, no, I want to help people. Doesn't matter how you want to help people, but you want to help people. And I mean on the grandest of scales that you could possibly fathom. That is when you have the true, authentic core traits of a light worker, all right? No matter if it's good or bad. It's things like a marriage, for better or for worse. That's when you know you're a light worker. So we do have several different types of light workers. I'm pretty sure we have a good number of us up in the building right now. I know there's 4 of us, but there's actually 8 types. Me, I told you all, for those of you that know me, I'm a mixed bag. I am all 8 types, okay? At the extreme, I am everything and everything. So 1, okay, the first type, you have spiritual healers, okay, and guides. These are the people, whether they do it physically, spiritually, it does not matter how you do it again. It's just the fact that that's what you want to do, okay? It could be people, it could be animals, it could be the environment. Again, doesn't matter how you manifest it, but that's what you are, all right? Another type is you have what people widely known as psychics, seers. That's 2 for my box that I have checked already so far. I told you I'm all 8. Again, that should be self-explanatory. You know, that's a no-brainer. All right. 3, you have people that do grid work, gatekeepers. Okay. So what is that? Essentially, it's people who are establishing a template, and they are looking out in the community for those that are faking. You know what I'm saying? We keep it real around here. So if you faking, you're going to get your ass tossed out. I'm just telling you, you're going to get put on blast. You get called out. People make it known. That's basically what a gatekeeper is. And they keep the negative energies and entities that want to come up in this thing and sour the whole spiritual journey. Yeah, we toss them out. We toss them haters out.
That's what we call BS kickers.
Exactly.
We don't play that.
Exactly.
We can smell BS from a mile away. And that's one thing I'm good at. I'll sniff it out. Get your ass on.
See, we thugged out around here. Everyone says, oh, if I take the path of enlightenment, if I take this spiritual journey, people think that you are a pushover, you're weak, you're a punk,
right?
You're a sucker. You got to be an OG up in this thing, because you catch hell from the light side and the dark side. See, if you run around here being a knuckleheaded thug, doing that low vibrational stuff, you walk in the lower paths, oh, that's easy. Anybody can do that. Because you're not going to catch hell on both paths.
That's right.
Come step to the light side, Luke.
While you playing, if you ask me, ever since I became more spiritual, the battle, I actually have gotten even more stronger. Even how I was in a regular, in my normal form, how I was before in my lower vibration. I mean, as I look back, I was weak as hell. Weak, doing things because I had no purpose to do things, doing things for my own selfish reasons, doing things to only have the type of excitement for myself, not helping others. It's that selfless love. It's that selfless devotion. It's that selfless light that really has a true prize. You can't put no price on that. You can't. I mean, I've been rich for a long time in spirit. It just took me a long time in order to recognize what was my wealth. So if you ask me, being more spiritual and being more divinely guided, we get more problems than being in our low vibration, baby. Things come after you when you become more spiritual. Things come after you. You start awakening a lot of people, and a lot of stuff you start seeing a lot of shit, a lot of stuff that people that you never paid attention to because you didn't have the eyesight, you didn't have the third eye awakening for that. But when you are spiritual, you're more divinely guided, and you want to help people. That's when the real war come after you, because you can't. It ain't no face on it. It's no face on the characters no more. These people come in all shapes, forms, sizes, colors, spirits, shadows, all types of stuff. I mean, they even come out in family, friends. People turn on you. People that you thought that you would ever, that you thought would never cross you like that. You start seeing ways that you thought you'd be like, how in the hell did we last this long? How?
What did your boy Tyree said from Baby Boy? Man was like youngster when his mom was going out with Ben Raines, youngster. I'm gonna talk you out. And then he was like, your own flesh and blood. That's right. You heard it, folks. Your own flesh and blood will be the main ones turning on you. They be the main ones in that spell work. They be the main ones walking. Oh, I go to church. I'm holier than thou. Come on, you need to go to church too. I sing in the choir. I'm the usher. I'm on the board. I speak in the pulpit. I'm preaching. I'm teaching. And then behind closed doors, I'm going to do this spell to keep you bound, and I'm conjuring up all these spirits. And then you wonder why you can't get ahead.
Yeah.
But speaking of flesh and blood, Queen is literally sitting up here getting her whole arm tatted up, and it's like she's not even bothered because she has just elevated to that point where she's not bothered.
Nope. Nothing can bother me. At this point, this what you see right now, and I'm physically getting pain. Like, this hurts. I'm here on my veins and all. Like,
y'all hear it. Y'all hear that, right?
At the end of the day,
see it.
Can't nobody break this peace that I got. Can't nobody come for my peace. I will be single and with salvation before I be married and miserable, or with someone in a toxic situation. I just cannot. Can't nobody come for my peace. I don't care who you is. Now, at this point, you can't break me. I might stumble a little bit. I might shake. I never said I wouldn't stumble. I might even trip, but I ain't gonna fall. I'm not gonna fall.
Amen.
Amen. And she speaks on behalf of all of us. I know some of you out there, I'm putting y'all on blast because y'all know I ain't no punk. And I done told people don't come for me. So any little haters want to come for anybody like myself, any of these beautiful, absolutely amazing women here, take note. We ain't no punks. Everybody that tried to come for me has learned the hard way. Okay? So just leave us alone, because we thugged out around here, and you don't want to stir up the pot with some gangsters. Spiritual gangsters, but that still make us thugging.
Yeah.
Spiritual thugging, but we thugging. So just want to let y'all know, anybody going around hating, oh, whatever, who she thinks she is, she thinks she look good. They ain't nothing around. They too cute to be spiritual. They ain't hard. Okay, try us and see. Go ask the folks that tried us. I'm just saying.
I'm laughing because my daughter, she's in the background as Brain is talking about we gangsters, we spiritual gangsters. She's over here stepping talking about stuff.
Because we are.
Yeah, while you playing, you think that gun or those type of other violence that's scary. Wait till I call your ancestors on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
You really ain't gonna be able to catch no sleep for real. You're gonna be spooked.
Exactly.
You're gonna wish somebody would have just scared you in fear in a physical realm, but when it comes to spiritual, that's something you can't run from.
You can't run.
So put one thing about it, we'll stick them down ancestors on your ass and they'll be haunting you.
Exactly. And see, on that note, that reminds me of the fourth type of light worker, okay, which is manifestors. You can manifest good stuff, and you're also capable of manifesting bad things. Though hopefully you're not doing that if you're supposed to be a light worker. Now, we have a right to defend ourselves, okay? So that's exactly what we're talking about. If you try to come for us, we will come for you. That's any light worker. That's not just us. You know the saying, you don't mess with the quiet ones, okay? And that's the path of a light worker. Light workers are just trying to do their work. They on their grind. They just trying to get there. It's 24/7. They're trying to get their spiritual money. You know what I'm saying? Storing up their treasures in heaven. That's all we trying to do. Do what we told. Be obedient. And if you try to come up in there and mess with that, it's a price to pay. But we do know how to manifest. That is how you see things change and things happen. No matter whether it's physical, spiritual, doesn't matter what plane, what platform. But that's another type. And then you'll also have guides and messengers, which is a fifth type. Once again, I'm checking all these boxes. I'm tired of checking. Can somebody else check these boxes for me? Because I'm tired of it. It's all I be doing, grinding, checking boxes. I'm everything.
Brain, you better pop your collar.
Y'all know who I am.
Pop your collar.
I have that reputation. It precedes me. So people in the community know who I am. Y'all know. If you don't know, then go check me out. You know my name. Y'all know, you know where to find me. I'm up in these spiritual streets. So you have guides and messengers, okay? And essentially we all, at some point in time, exist in these like 8 different archetypes of light workers. We all can jump around, but like I be in that capacity 24/7 like Bruno Mars. So the guides and messengers is exactly what you hear. They're here to guide us. They're here to deliver us messages individually, collectively, let the world know of certain things they need to do. These are where a lot of movements come about, technological advances, changes in doctrines, perceptions, et cetera, fashion. I don't care what it is, how you manifest it. Usually that person's probably a guide and a messenger when they trend setting. When they and I'm not talking about just like something here today and gone tomorrow. I'm talking about etched in the timeline. Like this is forever in history that this has changed the course of something. Yeah. Leads me to transmuters. Okay. That's the 6th archetype. And transmuters have a power you don't want none of. You don't want no smoke. Because what they do is they take all the negativity in this world and they flip it. Negativity come, whew, it's gone. It's just gone. They take that in the world, they neutralize it, and they flip it and turn it into positive. They take lemons and they make lemonade.
I think that's me. I think that's me. I think that's another quality of me because I think me and Empress has discussed this. She told me if the sun had a face on it, it would be my face. Yeah. And honestly, I could turn any situation into a positive situation. I mean, I don't mind, like telling a little bit about what I have done. I mean, Brain, if you remember when I came to you, you would have never known I experienced heartbreak 3 hours ago.
Yes, y'all. Ooh, she ain't kidding.
No.
3 hours right before we started connecting. Y'all know about that twin flame journey.
Yeah, my twin left.
Yeah, her twin left me 3 hours before. You wouldn't even have known that.
Yep.
Like her, she getting taxed right now. Y'all see, you see the man hard at work. Okay, y'all hear the buzzing. Y'all see it. We ain't faking around here. That's one thing I want y'all to understand. Everything that we do, we are the real deal. We some OGs at what we do. We all have our different perspective, gifts, abilities, et cetera, but we're OGs at what we do.
Yeah.
And we keep it real. Okay, this ain't no fake stuff. We not fronting for the camera. We not putting on. I mean, we got to put on the way we put on, but we not faking putting on.
That's right. Yeah.
I love how the different, now finding a group and being able to work with each other, and to me, I feel like I found my tribe, and I love seeing what Queen just said. I love seeing how we are able to help each other with our gifts. Like you just mentioned that, Empress gave you this message, and that was you were able to then see yourself in a new light and understand abilities.
Yeah, she did. She really helped me. Actually, Empress has helped me on a few things, honestly. She's also brought to my attention even about manifestation when it comes to my home. You know, I was complaining about my 1-bedroom apartment. I'm like, I want something bigger, even though I don't have children. I said, I want a 5-bedroom home. I just want that space for myself. And she mentioned to me, and she was just like, you know, you showed me around your home. You haven't even made it homely for you. So how can you even accept something bigger if you're not even appreciating what you have now? What did I do, Empress, in 2 days when you told me I've gotten a sectional couch, I've gotten some furniture, I've gotten some paintings. Empress, don't I show you everything that I done bought and adding it to this house? I mean, less than a week. I was like, Empress, you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. I have to appreciate what I have now and be, you know, just thankful for what I got and make this homely for myself. Only when I'll be able to be blessed with something more and I can make that into a home. I got to make this a home first. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, I got to make this my temple.
Manifesting.
Oh, yeah. Manifesting.
And you see
less
that,
than a
y'all.
week.
Y'all see that? Even amongst ourselves. This is what I want you all to take notes. Talking about grid working. Take notes. Follow the template. You see how what we do for each other? Do unto others as you want done unto yourself. This is what we have to do in the community. If you call yourself a light worker, if you're really thugging out here, talking about, oh, I'm a light worker, I'm a reader, I read tarot and angel and oracle, and I'm a Reiki healer, and I'm the psychic and clairvoyant, and I can tap into charms and pendulum dowsing and all these other ventures. Okay, this is what it's really called. Even when you don't feel like it. To recognize that even when another light worker is down and out, to pick that light worker up. I'm just saying, a good way to do it is the 7th archetype. Dreamers and travelers. What does it sound like? Exactly what it sounds like. Dreamers are able to take things that do not exist. Okay, you could say it's similar to manifesting, but it's different. They actually have the visions. They're the visionaries. So they have the visions and they are able to travel. Okay, travel could be physically. It could just be mental travel to get us in the world, in the community, to travel with our minds, look at things in a different way, go in different directions, literally traveling in the spirit realm, things of that nature. It's essentially all of that. So you usually find explorers, inventors, and other things of that nature that's up to that.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely one of those.
Yeah.
I dream and manifest people all the time.
Yes.
So speaking of, so we keep it real around here. See, check that out.
Hi, cutie.
Got a little mini me up in the building.
What? A worm.
Like I said, keep
What,
this.
Daddy? There's a worm.
Yeah, this a worm.
Let's eat the worm.
It's watching a bird eating a worm. So we keep it 100 right. Some of y'all didn't think I have a child. If you haven't watched my videos, I do. Not just making it up. I really do. See, looks like me. You can tell it's mine. Mari said.
Well, actually, Brain, while you playing, I don't know if you want to mute your phone or whatever, but to add on to what Empress said, you actually manifested this team. If I really look at it, because as I recall, you was looking for just great candidates in order to become and come into union to where you guys can do your work, and we all bring something different to the table where we'll be able to feed off of each other and really make a difference. But the fact that you had to go through certain things in order to find your candidate, and how you didn't even have to look, they came to you, that just makes it even more awesome. I'm taking all this pain, y'all, like all this pain.
What happened? I want to hear this. I want to hear the dream. You say you had a dream, Empress?
Oh, yeah. That's how I met my twin. I dreamed about him a whole year, and then he showed up, and I was like, huh. So, like, the more spiritual I get, the more real my dreams kind of get for me. Like, I can manifest times, I can manifest people, I can manifest blessings. That's probably why I don't sleep very often, because I don't know what I'm going to see when I shut my eyes. And, it's heavy. It's very heavy for me.
We call them dreams. We've been programmed. This is grid working. Let me lay the template here. We have been programmed to think, oh, that's just a dream. It's like, oh, I was just watching a commercial. Well, what does the Bible say? What does all religious texts talk about? They talk about dreams are actually a real occurrence. It's actually a real thing. And so this dreaming, it's real. For instance, just like Empress said, she had a dream, like Martin Luther King. A year later, her twin showed up. Same thing with me. It was about 8 to 10 months. Saw my wife in a dream. I didn't know who the hell she was. I just saw, I was like, who is this woman? This spooked me. It had nothing to do with being attractive and all of that. It was just like, who is this woman that captivated me? Same thing, 8 to 10 months, she showed up. It ain't too many women with like short hair.
Yeah.
Her hair long now, so it was confirmation. I knew as soon as I that's her. Empress can co-sign with her situation.
Actually, I third that. I actually dreamed about my twin maybe about a good 9-10 months. Maybe that's the reason why 9 and 10 is real important to my journey.
Yes.
Because 9 is fulfillment in the deck, it's wish fulfillment, but it also means prepare to or like preparation to for something, and then 10 means completion. So the fact that I met my twin around 9-10 months too, I third that. You actually will have synchronicities, or you're going to have some type of vision that you're going to meet your twin before you even meet them, way before you even meet them. So June, when it comes to your situation, you probably have already had these visions, but you were not. You were not as spiritual at that time to recognize what exactly it was. So now,
now that you point that out, so right when coming into this group, what was so crazy is like I literally had lost my physical vision. Like it had gone out for maybe like a month, and we had done some removal of those kind of like blockages with brain, and it was just crazy because what I had realized is when I was younger, I had a lot of visions of the future. I was able to like see people for who they really were and things like that, but I really shut that part down in myself. I really blocked a lot of that out, and I know we're kind of talking about the challenges of being a light worker, and part of my challenge was my persecution really did come from my flesh and blood, and I was able to literally see people like within my own family, people that were parents or caretakers, and being able to literally see like a lot of evil entities within them. And as a child, that was very, very scary to constantly be looking at that, like, well, this is the person that I'm in the same house with, and yet every time I look at them, I see their true form. And so that was something that I just started to suppress within myself. And the only time that it would kind of like really pull through was when something really catastrophic was going to happen, like a car accident or something like that. Then it would pull through and I would again experience those visions. But then it was just kind of crazy because I feel that in my physical 3D life, I am a visionary. Like I tend to function that way in many roles and organizations, and I constantly will help people to see or map out things that are for the future of their brand or their company, or what's coming next, or what to invent, or what to come up with. Some people will say, well, you're very innovative. And I'm like, well, I don't really know how these things kind of come in. How are they pulled in? And it wasn't until I really started connecting with this group and connecting with Brain that I started to live more in my spiritual reality, like, and acknowledge the source of all of these visions. Like it really, and now I just really want to be my authentic self everywhere. Like I don't want to be separated in who I am. I really want to embrace all aspects of who I am and be more upfront about that. Like
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And you know what? Even when I joined this group, I am actually happy that I was able to help you recognize other sides of you that you've been struggling with. You know, me being a Gemini as well as you being a Gemini, you know, the fact that I had those pointers that I could help you out with just to understand yourself a little bit more. You know, like, I see different from the first time that I met you to the June now, and it's only been a few, you know, months or whatever the case may be, or a few weeks, but you seem like you're more comfortable in your skin now. You know, it was very hard for me to not see what you see, because I saw more, and I couldn't understand that you didn't see that.
Yeah.
No, so
because that vision was cut off even for myself. Like, I wasn't really able to see myself, and you guys all helped me with that. And like, I remember Empress was just talking to me about, she was just like, just be yourself, put out who you are. However people like react to it is how they react to it, you know.
Yeah.
And you guys just really gave me the permission and the confidence, and now I just like can't stop staring at myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's a,
Oh my gosh.
As you should. As you should.
Yes.
Beautiful on the inside and outside.
Yes, that's good. I got Empress like that too. Empress, don't.
Yeah.
She got to turn up.
Hey, I got Empress like that too. Empress so comfortable with me now. She can't. Man, look at her. She can't stop. She cannot stop just being herself around me. And I just tell her all the time, girl, that is beautiful. That is
so liberating.
I can't help it though. That's just a gift I got. I don't know if that's on the list, but I just know how to make people comfortable. Same thing with baby daddy over here.
Oh my God.
We got no kids. We ain't got no kids, but we look like we got kids. But him, when I first met him, you know, he's not talking right now, but because he's paying attention, you know, what he need to do. But if you guys wasn't here, me and him would be laughing and talking up a storm. Like when I first met him, he was quiet, mute. He's an Aries. He was mute. He had his earphones in. He was not paying attention to none of us. As soon as I opened up my mouth, somehow, some way, his headphones died, and he couldn't charge them. So he ain't had no choice but to talk now or listen. As soon as I opened up my mouth, he couldn't stop talking. We were just in here clowning, and he was just like, "Look."
Hey, friend.
Keeping it real up here.
He could not stop clowning, and he don't talk to nobody. Baby daddy, do you talk to anybody? Anybody?
I'm a real introvert.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I'm a real introvert.
He don't talk to nobody.
Oh, Queen got a whole headset on. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I mean,
oh, you can
see
hear
that? Like, look at the work. If y'all thought we were fake around here, look at this literally. Yes, I said literally. We about this business.
Yeah. He don't talk to nobody. As soon as I opened up my mouth, y'all, and I started talking to him, he was like, dang, she cool.
But that also goes back to the point where it's like, sometimes, at least for me, and I feel like this way for a lot of light workers, is that you tend to diminish your light often in the world because you have this understanding that if I really be who I really am, like if I really embrace who I really am, I know that people are going to come for me. You know, yes, you're going to attract, but you're also going to attract a lot of crazy stuff, as we talked about in the beginning. Like, you know, the higher that you go up in your spiritual journey, the more attacks you're going to draw. And it's really about, for me, like, it was about two things. Like, the first thing was just comforting to know that, well, if I'm my more true or authentic self, I'm going to meet more true or authentic people. Like, what you put out is what you're going to get back. Like, that's what the universe is going to give back to you. And like, you know, even, okay, say you're on social media, okay, you use certain hashtags or whatever, and you start following certain accounts, you put out certain pictures, that's what you're going to cultivate that audience. But now if you start to change that and you start to use different hashtags, you start putting out different content, you're going to see that you're going to draw a different type of audience. And so we know that it works the same way in the real world. Like, you're going to start meeting and attracting what you put out. And so, like, for me, it's like that was empowering because I have now met all the best people by being my best self. And then on top of that, you'll get stronger, and with being associated with more and more people and knowing that there is good in the world, there is light in the world, you will feel stronger and stronger. You won't be as scared of people coming to attack you, number one. And number two, you'll realize, like, the world has changed, and there are a lot of people out there who were abused and mistreated and treated this way as children, and experience that persecution, and they will see you. Like, a lot of people will see you. Like, when I started to actually speak about my story, I was shocked by how many people, because there was a lot of people, like, there's a lot of people who, they are very abusive, but they are covert about it, you know? And I was shocked to see how many other people recognized what was really going on. I thought, you know, I'm just having this psychological and spiritual warfare with the person, and only me and them can see it, because only, you know, when I did speak about it, nobody cared or would say anything. But now that I've gotten out of that situation, the whole world is changing right now. And like, even, for example, we look at all these protests and stuff that's going on in the world, and a lot of people are not just calling out the overt racism, they're also calling out the covert acts of violence. You know, like, no, you're not going to be microaggressive to people on their job. Like, we can see what you're doing. Like, Karen. So
Karen.
Angry.
Right. No. And you know what? The fact that you are a Gemini and you struggle with that, you know, it really just shows how genuine you really are, honestly, because you really felt like that you wasn't enough. And I'm not understanding, how can someone that's so unique and so pure not know that they're not enough? If sweetheart, if you're not enough, then maybe you need to change your circle, because obviously they don't accept you for who you are. You know, like, you shouldn't have to be self-conscious. That's why when I met you guys, I want y'all to get so comfortable with me, because I put everything out in your face. You can decide if you like it or not. And I do it like that. I have that type of in your face type of personality, because I don't have time to waste. It's either you don't like it or you want it. If you don't like it, then you can get the ASAP. If you do like it, then come on and join the party. But you got to show your true self too, because I don't like snakes.
We loved it.
Yeah. I don't like snakes. I love y'all too. I told y'all. Our mamas had a lot of kids by different daddies.
Keeping it real. See, we just
some real sisters.
You've heard the challenges. Even like in the beginning of my quote unquote public journey, not even the private aspect, the public. I didn't want to do this. People are going to persecute me. You know, they're going to say I'm evil and you shouldn't do that. And Deuteronomy 18:10 and start quoting scriptures. But the irony of it, not one pastor, not one minister, not one reverend, not one official leader, spiritual leader of whatever faith, it's really come for me. Now, I did have one little bout with a Hebrew Israelite out on Halloween, and I ended up schooling him and his whole crew. So if y'all want to come for me, I don't recommend it, because you're probably going to get left looking stupid. I mean, my name is Brainwavezz, and I know what I'm talking about. So I'm just saying. Nonetheless, though, these are the challenges, because I didn't want to come out. I was afraid of what people think. I didn't want them to see me in that manner. I was afraid of the effect that it would have on them. And that's the struggle that Lightworkers have. We have all this light, and I want to do this for the world, and I feel like I have this ability, and I can do this and do that, and yet we hold it back. We don't let our light shine. We dim it. You hear the examples already. And then we also create an extra layer of struggle because we are unique. Again, you heard us mention that. All of us are unique. Just look at us. And so there's another layer, because I'm like, well, I'm different. I'm like 2 Chainz. Yeah, I'm different. Yeah. and we can't fit in because we're different. And it's like people are telling us, no, you need to fit a cookie cutter template. This is how everybody like this. If you're this age, you're supposed to be this. If you this race, if you like this, if you make this money, social class, whatever you're doing, you're supposed to fit this template. What's wrong with
boring.
you? Something is wrong with you.
That's boring and dull. And I think, quite frankly, if you ask me, who wants to follow the crowd?
People that aren't light workers.
Mm-mm.
People that don't have that call. See, everyone can't lead. You got to have some followers. I mean, think about it. If you're leading, if you're one of the leading accounts on any social media platform, you have to have followers, subscribers, whatever vernacular you want to put on it, but you have to have some people to follow. So those people that don't want to do that, they think that you're a follower too. And that's the struggle of a light worker. It's like, hey, you're family. You're my sister, you're my brother, you're my, I'm your mom, I'm your dad, cousin. We run here, we grew up here. And they think you're supposed to fit in there because you weren't activated. You didn't wake up at that. It wasn't your appointed time to shine your light. And so then all of a sudden they like, wait, what's going on? You changing up on me? I thought you supposed to be like this. I thought you was Queen Sushi from around the way. For real, June? Oh, it's like that now, huh? Okay, Empress, I ain't know you was two-faced.
Empress, I feel like you need to share this testimony cause every time she be moving up in that spiritual, they be dropping off, child.
They do.
I want to hear what is it?
Yeah, the higher I ascend, the more people kind of leave my life. I had a friend I've been friends with for 20 years. You know this too, Queen. She sent me a very long paragraph the other morning saying, I've started to notice the change in you. And, as I'm doing great in my relationship and you're going through your divorce, I just feel that you and I should no longer be friends because you can't be happy for me in my engagement. So I'm just going to let you go. And I called her twice after that. She sent me this long, giant paragraph at 6 a.m. And I feel that if we've been friends for 20 years, you're not my friend anymore. You're my sister. And if you got a problem with me at that point, call me or pull up. Don't send me a novel. And I'm not a confrontational person at all, but I don't let things just go. So I called her twice. I left her a voicemail, and I didn't cuss her out, but I did read her. And I let her know what I thought about her. And then I sent her a text message to follow up, and I said, I'm very happy for you, but know this, your relationship has nothing to do with my relationship. You're going to be a great wife. You're going to be a great mother. I wish you nothing but love. I wish you nothing but the best, but please don't bring my transgressions into your stuff.
That's
and I
right.
said, and if this is the juncture that you and I have realized that we've outgrown each other, if it's fragile, let it break.
Exactly. And honestly, Empress, I think we got the same message a day apart.
We did. We really did, because you had somebody that decided to escort themselves out of your circle.
Exactly. So it was literally a day apart. That's crazy. And then I think June had somebody too. That's what in the hell?
I'm pretty sure I did too, but I got so many numbers, I stopped counting. So
I'm trying to block them for your brain. I'm block Queen now.
It's like a domino effect with us, man. When one person experience something, we all fall right in line, right behind it. It's like we literally are evolving together. We struggle together, we stumble together, and we grow together as well. So I'm just very ecstatic that I'm able to, I feel very at peace at this team. When I say there's no competition in here, it's just genuine love. Like, no one is looking at anyone better than that. We accept each personality on this divine connection that we have. Like, we accept each other for who we are, and I couldn't ask for anything. It's just refreshing. It's refreshing. It's crazy.
Hard to get here too, y'all. This did not. I want you all to understand. Again, we're talking about the struggles of a light worker, the unfair struggles. This team wasn't always the individuals that you have in front of us. Okay. And see, me and Empress, we go way back. Yeah. Okay. And I got Empress's back, because if it wasn't for Empress, there would be no divine advice topics. So Empress ain't going nowhere. Of course, the other two ladies aboard are not going anywhere either. But I'm saying this to make a point. We fought even amongst light workers. When I say fought, not physically fighting, but the struggle is real. Fighting for the cause, fighting for the direction, fighting for all of these 8 different archetypes that I described that a light worker is supposed to be. You know, you got to be real. Where's your street cred, as I always say? You know, I always reference, you know, oh, if you're a rapper, or if you're a hip hop artist, you have to have street credibility. Where's your rap sheet? Have you been to jail before? Have you sold any drugs? All right, have you been shot? You have any tear tattoos? Oh, you're not legit. I'm not going to listen to his, I'm not going to support his music. I apply that same gangster credibility to the spiritual life.
If you feel that you have like this just inner core of immense kindness, and you often feel like you're on that receiving end of attacks, like continue to illuminate your inner self, continue to like be that light, and do what you can to find other people that are like you. Stop giving so much of your energy to the trying to like, I know we are very called to change the world, and you feel that inner part of you to want to go out and change the world and give all this kindness to the world. But it really does start with the self and being kind to the self, and then finding other people who will be kind to you and who will then help you to do the work. You never, I mean, any movie you watch, I don't care whatever adventure it is, Lord of the Rings, whatever it is, like at the end of the day, that person is always surrounded by the people that will help you do that work. You know, this life is not meant for you to be alone in any capacity. And so, you know, with that being said, I talk about some of that on my channel. And so if you'd like to check me out on Oshun. I also sell all kinds of beautiful jewelry, and that's just my tribute back to really recognizing my inner light and beauty and wanting to continue to bring that out in the world and in others.
That's beautiful, June. Junebug. Junebug. Little Junie.
Any of the other ladies have closing remarks? Now's your time.
Well, guys, I guess I can go ahead and close out mine as well. I know I've been laying down the whole time, but hey, I gotta get it
while you sleeping.
Right.
I'm just saying.
So, I also want to add to what June said. You know, in this spiritual guidance, and even if you're not if you're just learning spiritual work, or even if you're just a person that is just a little curious, you know, personally, let me get right here. Okay. So personally, this is how I feel about things, and this is what I know in my heart. No one can love you better than yourself. Honestly, like, I cannot stress this enough. Self-involvement, self-love is the best love ever, because you will not tolerate no bull. You will not tolerate people that are not genuine. You will not tolerate people who will waste your time. You would not tolerate any type of thing that God does not have for you. You would not be looking through a more of the flesh. You will be looking more through the spirit. And the fact that if I can't connect with you on a more mental note, or if I feel, I believe in vibes and, you know, presence and things of that nature, if I feel unstable or uncertainty around you, you know, you can pick up on that energy. And that is more of a pro that you gain when you become more stronger into your spiritual journey. So it allows you to remove yourself if the person is around, or it will be removed from you voluntarily. So the fact that, you know, you have to be honest with yourself and realize, you know, if no one loves me, I love myself. You know, what I eat don't make anyone use the bathroom. So at the end of the day, I have to make sure I take care of myself, because I'm only one person, and I can't allow anyone to take my power like that. You know, If it's not equal give and take, then it's not meant for you. I just really believe that self-love actually makes you more attractive, and it will call in and bring in people that are also self-aware of their worth, and you will be more at peace, and you'll be able to really experience unconditional love versus conditional love. Some people can come in your life and really suck you dry. Some people can really come in your life and definitely use you as a clutch for their avoidances and their, demons that they're maybe battling, and they don't want to work on their self, so they attach their self to you because you're complete. That's very draining, so to go ahead and close out my little, exit, I just really believe, if you love yourself, you'll be able to experience the greatest love at all. And honestly, God does reward his children when he realizes that you are being someone of him, because we're supposed to walk like him. So the fact that you love yourself selfishly and you understand that you matter and you mean something, you'll definitely get the benefits of what God actually has for you in store. Because if you don't love yourself, he's not going to reward you of things that you may not can't handle. So, I mean, just like I stated earlier, when I met Brain, I experienced heartbreak 3 hours prior to when I met him. But the fact that I loved myself so much, I still was okay. I still was all right. I was still able to push forward. I just needed a little guidance. But I was still loving myself. I wasn't trying to hurt myself or anything like that. So the fact that I'm strong and rich in spirit, this is the best love I could ever, or the best gift that God could ever give me. So if you're not loving yourself, do some things to make you happy, and definitely pick up a hobby or something like that. Read a book, self-involvement, anything to make thyself more one. And meditate too. Meditation is good as well. But yeah, I mean, you see what I'm doing now. I'm self-loving myself. I'm getting some more ink. Self-loving. I want something else. I want to look more sexy. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. But yeah, so again, self-love is the best love, guys. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over to Miss Empress. And and I also do tarot card readings as well. So if you guys are interested in any readings, you can book a session with Su Shei, and you should find my information in my link in my bio. I also have a Facebook, and if you was to hit me up, I could definitely give you that information. Link to my page. It's just Su Shei on Facebook, so you're able to see my reviews and everything on my page. So now I'm gonna get ready to pass this over to Empress. Okay, Empress, I'm done. You can go ahead and have the floor.
Okay.
We love you.
I love you too. I love you guys too.
Love you
Oh, I
too.
love you. And to piggyback off of my spiritual sisters, I'm Empress of Wands. And as far as loving oneself, I think the relationship you have with yourself is very important, because you're the one person that is the common denominator in all your relationships. And also, you cannot get away from yourself. So you should definitely take care of yourself. Be conscious of the words you speak. You can manifest whatever you speak out. Be conscious of the things you consume, not just with food, but also with the content that you watch, the people that you're around, the environments. But speaking of consume, part of my self-love is feeding myself. I know that a lot of times when I'm depressed, I don't eat. I feel like I can kind of sustain off of depression, sustain off of sadness, because it's very hard being a spiritual being. So a lot of times I'm just kind of feeding off my spirit. But to kind of combat that, I do a lot of cooking. I use a lot of fresh ingredients, a lot of organic foods, a lot of spices, a lot of herbs. So on my channel, Empress of Wands, I do a lot of cooking. There's a segment I do called Kitchen Witch, where I pay tribute to my grandmother, who was a kitchen witch. And I take my tarot cards and I let it dictate what I'm going to do in the kitchen, as well as me doing love readings and elemental spreads and general readings. So if you'd like your own personal love reading, you can reach me at empressofwands@gmail.com. Believe my information will be there in the bio, but Also remember that in the spiritual journey, you can have fun too. So if you want to see something silly, come to my channel.
Wow. So I don't know if you all enjoyed this, but I sure did. I got mine. I sure hope you got yours. With all of that being said, we talked a lot about self-love, which is true. You definitely want to always focus on self-love. If you miss loving yourself, you're going to miss everything. Once you have the self-love down, do not be afraid to forge your own path. You have to have tunnel vision. You have to be willing to block everything out. That's what meditation does. You block out the noise, you block out the haters. Blaze that path, especially if you're a light worker, because it comes with the territory. The moment you say, hey, I want to be a doctor, I'm called to do my healing, to go to med school, people are going to say, you're crazy, you're stupid, you can't do it. The moment you decide to create a new product, they're going to say, there's never been created, you're stupid, you can't do it. The moment you decide to go down a spiritual direction, reading tarot cards, healing people with Reiki, you can predict things, you're a seer, you pick one of those other archetypes, they're going to say, you can't do that, that's evil, that's demonic, what's wrong with you? You're going to have a lot of opposition when you go down this path. But opposition is what sharpens you. That's what makes you better. That's what makes you stronger. And it also makes you love yourself more. When you're met with resistance, why aren't they loving me? Why aren't they loving me? We're oftentimes forced to where the only person that will love you is yourself. Fortunately, once you do that work, you will attract other light workers, just like you see here. And you will find that through strangers that become family, they love you too. So just know with this struggle, as you embark on this journey, just like the Wizard of Oz, all of them, the Tin Man, Lion, Dorothy, etc., they all had their individual journeys. We say it's 4 of us here, kind of like the Wizard of Oz, but they came together and they realized, hey, I can help you and you can help me. And hey, we're actually going in the same direction. You're loving yourself too, and all of these things. So just keep that in mind as you encounter these struggles. Take it one day at a time. Fall back on that self-love as soon as the block gets hot. It's too much pressure. Remember everything that all of us said here, and we will have a lot more coming to help you all on your journey. So we thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing, checking out our social media. You all know where to find me, brainwavezz.com, Brainwavezz Advice Topics. I'm all over the place. Just put me in Google. You can find me. If you can find me, you can find these other ladies here too. All right. If you need to reach them, reach out to me. I got you. This is what this journey is about. So we thank you for that. And we're going to holler at y'all when we holler at y'all.
Bye.